Welcome everybody here to the Sports Talk Network, and here we go for the SummerSlam predictions episode. Hopefully, other members of the team and some guests that I have scheduled hopefully will be able to make it to talk everything SummerSlam from the bottom of the card, pre-show matches all the way up to the main event: Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship. I see we have our co-host, Kyron Chase. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm just ready to get started.
All right, let's get started. Let's start with the pre-show match, the first pre-show match I wish to speak about, and that's the Raw Tag Team Title match. We got the B Team facing off against the Revival. There, who do you have getting the win there?
I would like to see a revival win, but with the poor booking of the tag team division, I really couldn't care less. But I think it's time they actually took the division seriously again. So I think it's time you should put the title on revival. I'm going to revival.
Yeah, for me, I got the B Team retaining their tag team titles. So I can see the Revival getting the win. I see the WWE just wanting to have B Team continue to be the champions for at least a couple more months, and then maybe they take the titles off of them. At that time, let's at least see how that goes. We have another guest here, so let's hear the predictions for the first pre-show match we're talking about here. Like we said, B Team versus the Revival, the Raw Tag Team Title match. What say you?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello? You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, we're live. All right, great. You guys going straight into predictions? Okay, excuse me. I thought you guys going to do a little warm up first. All right.
So first match was the B Team versus Revival. Who you got?
B Team versus Revival?
Yes.
That's going to be a barn burner. It's going to get the crowd really hyped up there. That music is going to be good. I got to say the B Team. I mean, how are you going to lose to the Revival? They're not going to push the Revival, so get the B Team in there. So, yeah, B Team all the way.
That's the problem right there, that he won't push the revival. And I mean, I've ranted plenty of times on how people from NXT don't get the credit they deserve on the main roster for Vince. And you look at the Raw Tag Team division, I think it's pretty dead right now. Why not put the titles on the revival? Start treating AOP like they should be. You can have Jason Jordan reform American Alpha with Chad Gable, and you can even bring Rollins and Ambrose down to the tag team division. And you instantly have a good tag team division right there.
Whew. Uh, just graduated, dude? Nice. So, where'd you graduate from?
I'd rather not say on camera.
What you graduate in? How about that?
Well, I'm about to go to college for computer science.
Computer science? Okay. All right. I went to science. I went to school for media arts. Yeah, I took computer science for a while. Just make sure they don't screw you when you go for a job application. Oh God, I freaking hated school after I graduated. Anyway, let's go on with the predictions.
Yes. Excuse me. We're moving right along. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship match: Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. We'll start actually with Clackman. Who do you have winning this one?
Yeah, Cedric Alexander. I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of that match. That's for damn sure. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I was hoping that match is gonna be at WrestleMania this year, because Drew Gulak was being like hella pushed that year. He's like a super aggressive kind of wrestler, ground based kind of guy there. Now he has the minions around him. He has Brian Kendrick and Gallagher around him. So it looks like he has the numbers game advantage, but I think that Cedric's going to win somehow, some way. Cedric has been undefeated this entire year, so it looks like he's going to win.
Now, for me, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with Drew Gulak, kind of for the same reason that you even brought up there. Like, him having his little entourage with him, and them getting involved and helping him get the win, championship, and have a nice reign here. So I'm going actually the other way. I'm going with Drew Gulak to win and become the new Cruiserweight champion. The final pre-show match: Rusev and Lana facing off against Andrade Cien Almas, Angelina Vega. We'll start with Kyron. Who do you have winning this one?
Well, first off, I didn't get to do the cruiserweight championship match. I have Cedric Alexander. In terms of a mixed tag team match, I'm gonna go with Lena and Andrade because I feel like Aiden English is going to cost them the win again, and that's going to be the end of Aiden English with Lana and Rusev, which I think is a shame because Aiden English brings that extra energy, and he's the one that helps Rusev. They get even more over. So I think taking away from Rusev is a stupid idea, but I think they want Rusev to go his own way and Lana too. But I just can't see them not giving this to Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega.
All right, sorry about that. Who do you have for the cruiserweight title match?
I just said Cedric Alexander.
Oh, okay. Clackman, who do you have for this mixed tag match?
For this throwaway match, flip a coin. But yeah, Cien Almas and Vega have been on the roll, so I'm going to go with them.
All right, and for me, I'm going Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega for the win as well. I see.
Sweep it.
Definitely, some interaction there, and Rusev Day, that team being deleted in English. I'm trying to help out, miscommunication, something like that happening, and I see Zelina Vega pinning Lana again for the win for their team. Let's go to the main card, and let's actually start with Finn Balor. Finn Balor versus Constable Baron Corbin.
Oh God!
Oh
God!
Kyron, who do you have?
Finn Balor. Finn Balor. That's the end of this feud. Do not bring the demon outfits because it's not necessary, and that flies in the face of what the demon is supposed to represent. You talk about pre-show. I wouldn't mind this being on a pre-show and the mixed tag match being on the main show because at least that match got more build and actually has a storyline I'm actually kind of interested in. And it's a shame because I like Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. I don't actually mind his Constable gimmick. It's actually not that bad for him. But this feud has just died. I mean, you look at like Extreme Rules, then they had the match and match. Like, let's just end here and just move on. But I'm going to go with Balor.
All right. Akron?
Oh God! I'm just gonna say Finn Balor next. I want to skip this match entirely. Finn Balor, move on. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. I don't want to see this match again. I don't want to hear Finn Balor's name or Baron Corbin's name for another month. Good Lord, they're trash together in that ring. Yeah.
And I'm going with Finn Balor, though I see he's having
Next. Let's not talk about it.
I'm with you, man.
No, him in the constable role, I think it's going to be helpful. I do think he can get a push afterwards, whether that means Universal title scene at all or with the mid-card with the IC Championship. But for me, I'm certainly looking forward to the future more for Baron Corbin than whatever Finn Balor is going to do after getting the victory here at SummerSlam. But I'm going with you guys, going with Finn Balor. SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match. The Bludgeon Brothers versus, as I now call them, the Old Day. They are certainly getting old to me. Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Clackman, who do you have winning this one?
Oh, God. I hope they bring down Barclays Center. It should be a barn burner with these two teams. I hope this is New Day's best match of the year so far. I think New Day is going to take it in Brooklyn. I think New Day is going to take it in Brooklyn because that's like their quote unquote home turf territory, and they got they kind of got the underdog feel, even though they got the numbers advantage. But I think that they got the home court advantage, which is something rare in the WWE. So I'm going to give it to the New Day for this one because they like winning a lot in Brooklyn. So I'm going to give it to them.
Kyron?
It's ironic you said New Day likes winning a lot in Brooklyn because technically they're 1-2. They won in 2015. They technically lost to Gallows Anderson by disqualification in 2016. And last year they lost to the Usos in that amazing match. Sadly, it was on the pre-show. I'm going to go with New Day because I feel like WWE's just not done anything with the Bludgeon Brothers. And even though I think they could be a good tag team if done right, they're just not. And they put New Day in this match for a reason. I think they're going to put the title on New Day again. And once again, same thing with the Raw Tag Team division. This is your chance to actually do something right. You got for example, you can start treating Sanity the way they should be treated, and you can give us a great, think at Usos, Bar, New Day, Sanity, Bludgeon Brothers. That's a great tag team division if done right. The problem is they don't do it right. But I'm gonna go to New Day.
And for me, I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers to retain and continue their reigns. Simple there. I'm moving right along. U.S. title match: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy 1-on-1. There, Clackman, who do you have winning this one?
I'm going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura retaining. It's too new, too fresh. He's going to keep the title. Jeff Hardy, he's in a downward spiral right now, getting his face all wiped off, and I really anticipate Randy Orton interfering in this match. So give it to Shinsuke.
All right, Karen.
I'm going with Shinsuke as well. I just feel like, I think this could be a great match. You look at the match they had on SmackDown at the Extreme Rules, it was a very good match. But Orton's gonna do something. You can't not have Orton on the card. And I've heard rumors that Jeff and Randy are gonna feud after SummerSlam, and that doesn't need a title or warrant it for that matter. And I like Shinsuke the title. I'll be honest. His God Bless America promo at the winner was hilarious. But I'm gonna go with Nakamura because I can see Hardy and Orton feuding without the title. They don't need it.
I agree. They definitely don't need it, and that's why I'm going the same way as you guys are going. With Shinsuke Nakamura to retain. I mean, the bigger story is with Randy Orton. That's why I thought it would make more sense to have it and make it a triple threat match. Have Orton in there, maybe even have him take the pin or something. But Shinsuke Nakamura retaining. Now, next match we're going to predict is what match I think is going to be match of the night. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz 1-on-1. So
I don't know about match of the night, but it's going to get the pop of the night. I think both those guys are going to get the pop of the night. You saw that package they had on SmackDown? Jeebus. Woo! They put some love into that package more than they put love into anything else this entire year. Mm-hmm. I mean, it would have been great to have a package week one, and the first set, and then the general manager years, and then the current years, week after week after week there. But still, that entire package they did. Oh man, that was WrestleMania worthy. I could picture Miz coming out to some awesome bubbles and everything. Awesome! I could picture him coming out like that. Daniel Bryan coming down there. I can picture him going yes, 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 and a podium coming down the stage coming out. It has a big match feel to it, and I think that's the main selling point for the entire pay-per-view. And I think that match should main event the entire thing just because of the history between those two. It's going to blow the roof off the place there. Match-wise there, it should be good, but WWE's been kind of disappointed with their dream matches there. Yes. But overall, I would say who's going to win, who's going to lose there. I think that one of two ways about this. If Daniel Bryan loses, then he's gone from the company. He's not signed. He's gone from the company. If he gets screwed over, he's signed because they want more matches out of him. Mm-hmm. So that's what I feel about that one. They could change their mind at the last second. I think they're going to change their mind at the last second. Let's see what happens there. But for right now, I think The Miz is going to win because Daniel Bryan's a sentimental favorite to win. So I think in the end, the Miz will win some way, somehow. Maybe cheating. If cheating is involved there could be more matches there. But I think The Miz is going to win. Unfortunately, I would like Daniel Bryan to win, but I'm going to give it to The Miz.
All right, Kyron Chase?
Yeah, I'm going with Miz as well. And, yeah, I don't see Daniel, leaving the company, especially because they just announced the showcase mode about him. It wouldn't make sense to have him leave the company right after announcing that showcase. However, I don't think he's going to win. Here's why. I mean, yeah, you can go with a cheap, feel-good moment with Daniel winning, but you can get much more story out of Miz winning. And here's how I say you do it. You have a ref bump, and you don't want to, I'm not a big fan of ref bump, but this is necessary. Use the ref bump. Then you can get, have Miz in the yes, and Miz taps out, no ref. Let's say Maurice comes down or something, or Miz hits a low blow. Scorpius finale for the win. Miz gets his win. Daniel stays looking good. That's how you do a babyface looking good in defeat. And, I said what I would do after that is I wouldn't have them feud right now. Have them both move on to something else. Then at the Royal Rumble, I would have Miz take the WWE Championship from AJ Styles. I'd have Daniel win the Royal Rumble. And in the main event of WrestleMania, I would do Daniel Bryan versus Miz again. And that's just what I would do. But I don't think WWE's that smart enough to do it.
They love milky matches. So
yeah, but like I said, I would have Miz win this one and just have them go to set ways for now, but it's far from over.
I think no matter who wins or however it ends or whatever, or the finish, I think Daniel Bryan's going to be staying in the company. That's first off. As much as I've been saying in the past that maybe it'd be best for him to move on and leave and let his contract expire and be happier in the indies and stuff like that. But with that showcase coming out, you talk about Kyron, I don't think he's going anywhere, but I do agree the Miz is going to win. More story out of it that way. You have the rematch and Daniel Bryan getting his revenge at WrestleMania. However they book it, whether it's your way that you eloquently stated, Kyron, or any other way to get there, you have that big rematch at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan getting the win there, whether a title is involved or just them one-on-one again at WrestleMania. Either way, that match can even be the match of the night for WrestleMania. Who knows? But that's at least how I see it moving forward for them. Next match to talk about for the women. First women's match to talk about here. SmackDown Live Women's Champion Carmella facing up against Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch in a triple threat match. I am somewhat looking forward to this one. What do you guys say? And who do you have getting the win? Kyron.
Who do I want? I want to see Becky get the title because she's my favorite. However, they're not going to do it just yet. Here's what I would do. I had Becky trap Carmella, disarm her. When Carmella taps, Charlotte pulls the referee out of the ring. Charlotte takes advantage, wins the title, turns heel. And at Evolution, you do Becky versus Charlotte, babyface versus heel for the title. I mean, think of it this way. Charlotte's at her best as a heel. She said that. Everyone knows that. Becky is the most over woman on the main roster, so you can't turn her heel. She's too love to do that. But you can definitely turn Charlotte heel. And just imagine the emotion and the match itself at Evolution. That could main event Evolution. And it would draw a babyface Becky versus a heel Charlotte in the main event Evolution. That's money. I'm going to go with Charlotte turning heel and taking the title.
All right, Clarkin.
I got to go with Charlotte to take it because honestly, I don't know why. Like they're gonna screw Becky again, so I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just gonna say Charlotte because they love pushing her. They love pushing Carmella too, but I think they're gonna put on Charlotte just so she can be the champion at the next the knockouts, whatever they call it, the Evolution pay-per-view, that one.
How do you forget they beat us over the head with it every week?
Like the other choice, like they're not going to give it to Becky because it's too tempting for them to like do like I beat Charlotte and Becky at the same time. It's too tempting to do that. It's too tempting for them to do that. But they might give it to Charlotte because they love giving her stuff. So that's the long and short of it. They love giving her stuff there. Yeah, it's disgusting though, but yeah.
And I'm going the other way. I'm going with Carmella to retain her SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Miscommunication between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Roll up pin, whatever.
Any heel turns you see? Any heel turns?
No, I don't see any heel turns at SummerSlam. I do see Becky Lynch turning heel on Charlotte Flair either 2 nights after, not the night after, but 2 nights after on SmackDown Live, or something in the future. I see Becky being the one heel, Charlotte being face. So I want to see how Becky does as heel, just the same as I'm talking about with Banks and Bayley. Bayley should be the one going heel. Becky Lynch should be the one going heel because those two, I need to see how they would do actually as heel, and kind of see how they do take the ball and run with it kind of situation, the sink or swim situation in my eyes. Then have Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, who are and have proven to be very good heels when they were heels. I want to see something fresh and having Becky Lynch, having a Bayley being those heels in those two feuds. Whenever those two feuds actually get off.
Eric, side question. Just wondering, have you ever seen Bayley as a heel in any promotion? Because I haven't.
No, I think Becky as a heel, but not. I mean, Becky was a heel in NXT for a while. It was pretty good.
Yeah, she was like a couple of people. She was with Sasha Banks as being a heel over there, but she was the same kind of arrogant, bitchy heel as Alexa Bliss and Carmella. Same thing. Like I'm better than you. The same way that Charlotte was over there. So like, and I was wondering if like Bayley ever was heel anywhere else. Okay, all right.
I know. Here's my problem with everything Steve just said. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like you have an over babyface. And organically over babyface at that. Why ruin it? That's good. Why ruin something that you had that's already good for you? And trust me, Carmella winning would be a terrible decision. Because if you want Evolution to be a good pay-per-view, you can't have Carmella and or Alexa Bliss walking into that show with the titles. It just won't work for the show and everything. I mean, you have Tuesday Night for crying out loud. Charlotte pretty much told Carmella she's a diva in the women's world. You know what I've been saying for the last year. And that's not. Right. And I'm not talking about her character-wise. I'm talking about literally. She's not on the level of work of a Becky or a Sasha, Charlotte, or an Asuka, especially. And speaking of that, I'm disappointed to show the fact that you have Sasha, Bailey, Ember, Ruby, Asuka. 5 of the most talented women's wrestlers in WWE and not even on the card. That's the problem I have with the so-called women's evolution, but yet 5 of the most talented women can't get on the second biggest show of the year.
If Carmella wins, is Ellsworth involved?
That's the thing. Like he was not when they brought Ellsworth back, they paid him by the appearance because he was not signed with the company, and he's on. You see, Ellsworth's on Grimm's Toy Show right now.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. I brought this up in my Money in the Bank review. They brought Ellsworth back because they knew Carmella was not interested enough on her own. And what did they bring Ellsworth back for? Just to bury Asuka? Why would I want to see Ellsworth back? That's why I don't have Carmella winning. I mean, if you want to stick to a character, you don't have her win this match because you can't win without Ellsworth. You can't put her over if two of the best, if not the 2 best women on SmackDown. Because that when people boo Carmella, it's not because she's a good heel. It's go away heat. There's a difference. A good heel is Tommaso Ciampa, Samoa Joe. Heels that get booed for the right reasons. When people boo Carmella, it's not I boo. You're a good heel. That means I boo you. No, people boo Carmella as in you're a blemish to this company, and I want you off of my TV. Get off my TV heat / go away heat and heel heat are 2 different things. Like I said, look at Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, he gets booed more than anyone. Do NXT fans want him off their TV? Not at all. I don't. I just want to see Gargano beat him down. That's being a good heel. I don't see that out of Carmella. Yes, I want her to lose the title, but not because she's a good heel. I think because she's not good at all.
Right.
No,
That's
100% agree with your statement on Carmella. The reasons I think that Carmella has the go away heat is because she's basically a clone of Alexa Bliss on Raw. She's
Yep.
the same person. If you're going to be unique in your own right there, then that's one thing. You don't see anybody else acting like The Miz on freaking Raw or anywhere else there. The Miz. You don't see anybody else acting like Tommaso Ciampa. He is who he is. So like you got like two girls of the same type with slightly different looks on different brands there. Of course you're gonna get go away heat. Like no one acts like Charlotte, no one acts like Becky, no one acts like Sasha, no one acts like Bailey, you know, et cetera, et cetera. We know that the writers are writing you like Alexa Bliss. You say the same thing. The same thing you say, Alexa Bliss can say. Come on, it's ridiculous. This company's stupid, man, sometimes.
And they recycle the same thing between Alexa and Carmella. And I pointed
Oh,
this out before. Remember when Alexa cashed in Money in the Bank? The night after, she had that promo where she started as humble and then quickly turned to a heel. The very next night, Carmella did the exact same thing. And you think no one was going to notice. And trust me, I don't like Alexa Bliss either. Alexa, at least she did it right. Carmella, I mean, I didn't fall for it either time. I mean, the only time I fell for it when Alexa did it was at Elimination Chamber. But even then, you keep doing that same thing. I mean, between both of them, they both done it twice each. And the only time it seemed legit was when Alexa did it. When Carmella did it, yeah, I mean, heck, Carmella did it more than a few times. I'm trying to remember. But that's a problem. Like you said, another reason why I don't like Carmella because she's an Alexa Bliss clone. And if you're cloning someone I already don't like, and you're doing it worse, what makes them gonna like you?
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, for me, I mean, we'll just go right into the Raw one, might as well, because for me, for Raw, Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. I already talk about Bliss holding on the championship. Natalia getting involved, screwing over Rousey. With the passing of her father, I don't know if she's even going to be at the show. We'll see, but probably not. So maybe they won't even go through with that if that was even the plan. Getting involved in and Alexa Bliss retaining the title. I'm still going to go the way that I've been thinking because I don't want to, really go against what I've been saying for weeks and weeks. And I would say Alexa Bliss to get the win to retain her championship. And I know you guys both think differently, but for me, again, you head into Evolution with both of them as a champion. And then for those that dislike her or hate her for whatever reason, lose their championships at Evolution to better women or whatever. But I have them retaining both their championships. But anyway, specifically for the Raw title, Raw Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey. Karen J, who do you have getting the W?
Not only do I have Ronda winning, but I have a squash match. You can't make me believe Alexa can hang with Ronda. I mean, you look at Nia. She can hang with Ronda because of her size. Look at a Charlotte or an Asuka or a Sasha or Becky. I can believe they might be able to hang with Ronda due to their in-ring abilities. you look at Alexa, she's about 5 feet, a little bit taller than me, if not shorter than me. She's smaller than Ronda in every way. You can't make me believe she can hang with Ronda. And for anyone that would say you can't do a squash match on a marquee, squash match and a marquee match on the second base show of the year, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar in 2014 was the main event, and that was a squash match, and no one complained. And maybe the Natalia thing was on the table at first, but I don't think WWE should have Natalia on the show on SummerSlam just 6 days after her father passed away. I think that'd be in poor taste. Heck, now Ronda might win even more just for the win it for Natalia to dedicate it to her due to her losing her father. So I'm gonna go with Ronda in less than 3 minutes.
They just had Ronda Rousey destroy 3 big men in the middle of the ring in a showcase moment on Raw, but for some reason she's gonna lose to tiny baby wrestler Alexa Bliss. You gotta be kidding me. Get out of here. No way, no chance that Alexa Bliss should be anywhere close to lasting more than 3 minutes with Ronda Rousey in Brooklyn. Congratulations, we have a new champion. Unless there's some sort of schmoz finish where like she gets distracted by like a shiny object and she gets rolled up.
Or Alexa gets herself disqualified and keeps her title, or yeah, something like that.
She goes for a female low blow in the beginning of the match.
She becomes like Nakamura.
This is something I want to say, and this is not directly at you, Steve, but this is just to a lot of people who've been contacting me on my Twitter lately.
Sure, go ahead.
How I rant on women's wrestling and things like that because I complain of who's the champion. And you're the problem with wrestling fans nowadays because well, let me tell you this, and like I said, Steve, it's not at you. This is at them.
I know who it was. Yep.
It's not just him, but it's people in general
who've
been tweeting me lately and leaving comments on my videos. I'm the problem, huh? Well, let me say this: I'm sick of seeing talented women be pushed down for women who are less than them. And I brought it up. 5 of your most talented women on the card are not even there. I'm the problem. I would say you're the problem because you don't want to advance women's wrestling. That's the problem here. I'm not the problem. I don't think I'm not the problem. You're the problem. And I will continue to rant on WWE till I see something right. I mean, you see, and people say, "Oh, you're too negative," or "Oh, you can't be that upset." I don't get negative towards NXT. When I get good booking, you don't see me negative. So I'm not gonna stop being who I am because you get upset.
Hold that, haters.
And moving right along, Intercontinental Championship, Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre in Ziggler's corner, and the returning lunatic fringe, Dean freaking Ambrose, is back. And Dean Ambrose in Seth Rollins. For me, I'm going to go first. Dolph Ziggler getting the win over Seth. Maybe you have Seth and Dean, back in the tag team division. Maybe win the tag titles, have a short run, and then Dean turning on Seth, and Dean being the heel there, or you hold that off all the way to WrestleMania. Or build up to WrestleMania, you have them go one-on-one there, whether a title on the line or not. But my prediction is Dolph Ziggler getting the win and continuing to be the IC champ. Backman, who do you have getting the win here and
why? Dean and Seth, obviously, because the new tag team formed back together. Everyone's loving Dean. He's all swole and everything. So, yeah, I'll give it to Dean and Seth there. This is Yeah, this is the IC title match, right? You're talking about the IC title match? This is the tag team match, right?
No, I was just talking about the future, but yeah, it's one-on-one. Ziggler versus Rollins.
If it's the IC title match you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
I don't think they're gonna take it off Dolph so fast. I don't think they're gonna take up Dolph so fast, but Seth's gonna look good out there with Dean by his side. But they're not going to take it off Dolph so fast. That's my last opinion on that one. Maybe the next pay-per-view, but not so fast there. They can't have too many title changes on the show, so I think this is one's going to stick there, and Dolph is going to retain.
All right, Kyron, what say you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dolph as well. Even though Dean came back, I mean, I just don't see them taking the title off Dolph. Especially like I said, you move Dean and Seth to the tag team division where they're needed right now. And like you said, Steve, I would do the Ambrose heel turn later on. But not yet because they were going to do those two at WrestleMania, but of course Dean got injured.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind seeing them at WrestleMania if Dean was the heel. But then I lost my train of thought. And oh yeah, but one thing I do hope is that Seth and Dolph make up for the debacle of their Iron Man match last month at Extreme Rules. Granted, it wasn't completely their fault, but even then, that match wasn't as good as it should have been. And I think Seth and Dolph know that, and I think they're gonna make up for it.
And then this next match, the match I'm actually going to also predict that it's going to kick off the main card of the show. Because I think it makes sense to have this match start the show with what we're going to have to win the gosh darn show. And that's Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. The briefcase is on the line. However, in any way Kevin Owens' name is said, the briefcase goes over to Kevin Owens. So that's part of the stipulated part of this match. So what say you guys in predicting this one-on-one contest that I predict and think and believe should start off the main card show? We'll start off with Kyron Chase.
Braun. Yeah, I don't see Strowman losing the briefcase, especially because with the main event's
You gotta
gonna
say
happen
Braun
later.
again, brother, man. You gotta say Braun again, man. Put some bass in your voice, man.
Braun.
More like.
But in all seriousness, yeah, because of the main event later in the night, you got to keep that briefcase on Braun Strowman, because if Roman and Brock fail, like I'm predicting they will again, especially in front of New York, you got to need Braun Strowman to save the day. Now, either you can have him save the day at the end of the show or the next night on Raw, but I'll get to that later.
Right.
But either way, I just don't see them taking the case off Braun. I mean, I don't think they should have put the case on Braun to begin with because he didn't need it. I would have put it on The Miz or even Kevin Owens at first. But now, no, they had to. I think they had to keep it on Braun because you're gonna need you're gonna need a bailout either later in the night or tomorrow on Raw, and that's Braun Strowman.
You're right about the whole Miz thing having the belt. If Miz had the belt now, with all the stuff that he's doing, it would add more to the match between Daniel Bryan and the Miz.
But Miz and Daniel Bryan don't need it.
That's the thing. If you think about it a little bit like this, what if that match they're having in Brooklyn, Bryan wanted to take away everything from the Miz because of all the torturing that happened when he was general manager, and he wants to go after Miz's briefcase at SummerSlam. Now their match becomes even more personal because the match is for the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yep.
Instead of like this random feud with Owens and Braun. Excuse me, Braun. You gotta, yeah. So Miz should have had it because he could have used it right now with Miz and Daniel Bryan. But for the match itself, honestly, it doesn't matter who wins in this match, because if they cash in that night later on when Roman eventually wins the thing, it's going to get a big pop because the audience likes Owens, the audience likes Braun, so it doesn't matter who wins in the end.
And the audience hates Lesnar and Reigns.
Yeah, they had them both there. Lesnar for keeping the title hostage, and Roman for being worthy. So either one of those two losing, it's a good thing. The Lesnar and Reigns, but who's going to win this match? I think that Owens is going to win this match with like some fluke or whatever, some kind of mischievous tactics to make the referee look one way. Braun gets screwed. That way the storyline continues with those two in the future. Braun complains to Kurt Angle. If they get another match, maybe later on there. So there's layers they can use with that match with Braun losing this match. If Braun wins this match, then there's no really continuing the storyline because it's all over. Because why would Owens want another rematch, quote unquote, getting beat up by him again? So Owens, I think, is going to take it just because of the fact that there's more story to tell with Owens winning.
I agree. I'm going with Kevin Owens as well. Like I said when I was talking about the match, any way that Owens' name is called. However, he will win the briefcase. So I have him win the briefcase, but then I have him cashing in at the end of the night. We'll get there when we get there. But here, I have Kevin Owens defeating Braun Strowman. Next match, the WWE Championship match, AJ Styles one-on-one with Samoa Joe.
Imagine that opens the show. Imagine that opens the show. Oh, my God. They would do that too.
Yeah.
Who cares about these indie darlings? Oh my God.
I know that one other time.
AJ Samoa Joe. Sheesh. AJ's like in his senior years, man, with holding that championship. Come on, man. He sold that thing for far too long. He's already like the longest reigning champions of all time. Oh my goodness. Samoa Joe does deserve the championship. I think they're gonna crown Reigns in the end. That's for sure. This is hard, man. Like AJ's the cover guy for WWE 2K. We all know that. They kept it on them because of that. They could have took the belt off of AJ at that time and then put it back on for SummerSlam. They could have did that, but I think AJ wins in the end.
All right, Kyron.
Yeah.
Now you talk about match of the year contender, match of night contender. You're looking at it. Anyone that watched these two in TNA knows what these two are capable of. And
Did you hear that? Did you hear that little media call that Samoa Joe was on, where one of the press people said, "Is this match going to be as good as your matches with him in TNA?" And Samoa Joe outright said, "No, it won't be, but it'll be a good match either way."
I mean, it might not be as good. You know, they're older. And I mean, granted, you can't get too excited for a dream match in WWE because Styles not more took them to have the last man standing match to have a match of the year contender. But I think, you know, Joe was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I love both of them. They're two of my favorite wrestlers. I wouldn't mind saying Joe hold the title. But like you said, AJ being a cover athlete of 2K, that's gonna be they're gonna want to market that. And I see AJ holding the title at least for another month. Heck, I think this is gonna end along the ways of how Balor and Joe ended at TakeOver Dallas. AJ wins via roll up, like coquina clutch, walk up the ropes and roll up. That way you can keep Joe looking strong and that's already a reason for a rematch because Joe, as he would say, you didn't beat me, you barely survived. And who knows, you can have these two face each other again in Hell in a Cell and then add Joe, and you never know. But I'm gonna go with AJ for now. But I don't mind who wins as long as I see a good match. I like both of them.
All right, and well, for me, I'll just say that AJ Styles getting the win. Makes most sense. Have him continue on being the champion, hold on to the title belt all the way to WrestleMania. That certainly would make at least make the most sense to me. So I'm going with AJ Styles, and now to the main event, the match everybody's looking forward to, right? No. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. I'm looking forward to just for the reaction, no matter who wins. On Twitter and social media, people will be losing their minds whether Brock retains. Even more so if Brock retains or Roman wins, and there's no cash in by Owens or Braun at all. Either way, so I'll go first, I guess, for this one. I'm gonna go with, and actually, I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar to retain the championship. If Kevin Owens does win in that match with Braun Strowman getting the briefcase, then I'd have him cash in either on Sunday or Monday night. Probably more so Monday night because Brock is scheduled to be there, so have that happen there. But either way, I have Brock Lesnar, at least in this match, getting the win and retaining his Universal Championship. Kleckman, who do you have win?
Yeah, Roman wins. Lol. Like, come on, man. I just wanted this damn match to have a stipulation where no matter if Roman loses, he never challenges for the championship ever again. That's the stipulation I wanted. At least that one. If you're not going to add to the match, at least have that stipulation in there. This match is going to bore the hell out of me. I can't wait to snooze through this damn match. It's going to be your major piss break in the match over Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. I can't wait to see the reaction. You're right as well. It should be the biggest reaction of the night because these guys two are like the most hated people in the world right now. So in the end, I got to say Roman Reigns wins. You know what? How about this one? This is even better. How many Superman punches, how many spears do you think it'll take for Roman to win, and how many F5s do you think we'll see?
All right, well, let's see. I guess I'm going to go my predictions. I can answer that question. Consider the fact I'm picking Brock to win, and I'm picking Braun to cash in Monday night and win the title. If you don't have Braun walk out of Brooklyn with that title, you've already screwed up. But how many F5s are we going to see? Well, let's see. Since this is going to be just like that last two matches where we see nothing but Superman punches and F5s and spears and suplexes, it took 6 F5s to beat Roman at WrestleMania. One through the announce table, remember? And Brock has survived 4 spears from Roman and 3 Superman punches. So I have Brock winning, but here's the thing, WWE, you can't do this again. If you throw New Orleans crapped all over that match at WrestleMania, What do you think New York, Brooklyn's gonna do? If you run this route again, then you deserve whatever you're gonna get. And I don't really hate Roman Reigns. I mean, I don't like Brock Lesnar, but I don't hate Roman Reigns. But I'm gonna say Brock wins have to hit the. If they run a 15-minute match like WrestleMania, Brock's gonna win with about 7 F5s and 20 suplexes. Roman's going to hit about 5 spears and 3 Superman punches. But
Just
Brock's
3?
gonna win. Yeah, just 3. Why not? Because I don't hate myself. But they're to be screwed up on Monday night. The one chance they had for this to be intriguing, they pissed it away. What should have happened was Heyman should have handed that letter to Roman, and that should have been in the segment. The minute Heyman sprayed Brock with that pepper spray, Roman with the pepper spray, I said, you screwed up. I was actually a second away from tweeting in our giant live group chat. I was 1 second away. When Roman was looking at the paper, I said, they finally have me intrigued with this match. No, you don't. You this close, WWE. You've done this match 1-on-1 4 times. And of those, well, this will be the 4th time, but they've done it 3 times so far. And only one of them was good. And when we look at the WrestleMania 31 main event as positive, Seth didn't cash in. Probably not. Every other time that was good between the two, someone was added, whether Medina, Ambrose, or Fastlane. It's last year's main event with the Fatal 4-Way was amazing. It was insane because from bell to bell, it was nothing but carnage, and I loved it. But you take away Strowman, who was the MVP of that match, and Joe, who was a big part, and you make it Lesnar and Reigns, knowing that neither one alike in Brooklyn, and you had to do the same thing you did at WrestleMania. You deserve whatever you get. And I don't even like hijacking, but WWE, you know better. You should know better. Boy, they don't know better, but they should know better by now. But I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
Now here's a question to both of you, a hotspot question. What are the odds, or percentage odds that you see Roman Reigns going heel and joining Paul Heyman?
0%. They already teased it on Raw, so it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They already teased it.
Yeah, they
why would they do it again after teasing it? They never do that.
You know, if you're gonna have Roman turn heel, I wouldn't mind. Well, I wouldn't mind it because he needs it. But here's how I would turn Roman heel if you really want to turn him heel. I would have AOP join Roman, and Roman takes the title that way. Think a stable with Roman and AOP would be great. A great heel stable.
What's AOP doing out here? Oh my God, Roman! What the? Oh my God! Roman's the leader of AOP. Is this the beginning of the Roman Empire? Stay tuned tomorrow for Raw.
Hey, at least they would have us hooked to watch it the next night. But yeah, the chance of him joining Heyman, 5%, because they at least teased it. But I take Roman Reigns heel turn rumors with a grain of salt. I mean, think of it this way: we sat through 15 years of John Cena and many heel turn rumors, and they never went through with it. I have no reason to believe Roman was going to turn heel till I see it.
Understood. One other question asking about your percentage level of thinking. What do you think of the percentage level that Brock Lesnar will retain his title and leave WWE to do his UFC stuff, still Universal Champion?
It all depends on the Monday after. If Strowman doesn't cash in, I can see that happening. But if you're Brock Lesnar, why would you want to carry that ugly title to UFC? You're gonna get laughed out of the building.
Blackman?
What? Oh, shit. I think I'm gonna talk for longer. Okay. Brock retaining. Like it's that's a coin flip. I don't like that question because if he signs like that day, that second before the main event, it's all up in the air. Because who knows? It could be a WrestleMania thing where he signs it in the last second. If he signs, then he wins. So this has nothing to do with story. It's all about business agenda for them, and if they want to keep him around. So it's hard to answer that kind of question because you don't know what the contract stuff is going to be. So I guess the odds are like 50%. I don't know. It's up in the air.
Here's one thing I wouldn't mind. Let's talk about the actual show of the summer. Let's talk about TakeOver. Like, what do you guys like predictions for TakeOver?
I can predict TakeOver really good.
Yeah, me too.
Yes,
what do you think is gonna be the match of the night? I mean, here's my predictions for TakeOver are Adam Cole, Velveteen, Shayna Baszler, Undisputed, Tommaso Ciampa. Yeah, that's everything. That's all of them.
Yeah.
And That's the beauty of it. It could be 5 matches, but yeah, it'd still be better than SummerSlam. And the matches I'm looking forward to, obviously Gargano and Ciampa. I'm never not looking forward to those two just tearing it up. Their last 2 matches have been incredible.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm definitely looking forward to Ricochet and Adam Cole, baby. I think that's going to be a great match. What do you got predictions?
Yeah, I got Ricochet and Cole stealing the show. I thought that Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream was going to steal the show last time, but Ricochet was injured at that point, and it showed because he was not doing as many cool moves as he could do, and Ricochet once again is injured right before a big match. I don't see that match being that good either. I see a lot of rest holds. I see submission moves. I see the Undisputed Era interfering in the match. I don't think it's going to be clean at all. Adam Cole retains. Ricochet doesn't need the belt right now, so I'll give it to Cole on that one.
What about everything else on the card?
You like each one. Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane. Shayna's had it for a while. Kairi Sane did beat her at the Mae Young Classic. 50-50 booking. Give it to Shayna. Even though Kairi Sane has a new look, a new attitude, I'll still give it to Shayna Baszler. What else is on the show, man?
Mustache Mountain and Undisputed.
Undisputed Era still retained. Still, they already lost to them already, and the Mustache Mountain did win against them, but that was another country or whatever to get a big pop. Mm-hmm. So, Undisputed Era retains this time.
Velveteen Dream and EC3.
That's pretty hard because both these guys don't necessarily need a win, but I think the one who needs it more is EC3. So I think it'll hurt Velveteen Dream to actually lose because he lost to Ricochet already, and he's not really known for winning a lot of matches per se. Putting on good matches, yes, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had a schmoz finish for this one. But if they do it clean, I'll say that that EC3 wins because I think he needs to win more because he's newer back with the company. But maybe a DQ, like a shady finish. So I'll give it to EC3 winning somehow, some way.
And finally, Gargano versus Ciampa in last man standing match.
Ciampa wins. That's too easy.
Mm-hmm. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing, and this isn't just my idea, so I'm not gonna take full credit of this one. And since you gotta take over War Games coming up. You can't just have War Games matches to have it. You gotta have it for a reason. So why not at War Games you do Undisputed Era, Cole, Roger Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Mustache Mountain and Pete Dunne versus Ricochet and War Raiders in a War Games match. And then you can have Ricochet get the pin on Cole in that match. And then the next takeover, you can have Ricochet take the title from Adam Cole.
Ricochet beating Cole in that match? Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, it's one of those things where those matches don't matter in the long run of things. What did War Games really do for those tag teams in that match?
It made Killian Dana star. The main roster ruined him, but still.
I want to see War Games again this year. Yeah, it's what teams do you think should be in that match for sure?
Like I said, Undisputed, Mustache Mountain and Pete Dunne, and Ricochet and War Raiders.
Ricochet with War Raiders? Okay. Mustache Mountain with them? What about Heavy Machinery instead?
Maybe. I mean, possibly.
Okay, we'll see.
And before we leave from NXT, here's a question. Because, I love how they turned a negative to a positive. You have Aleister Black get injured and, take the triple threat from us. But they turned into a storyline. Who do you think attacked him?
Did we ever find out who attacked Kevin Owens that time? Oh, no. Sorry, they will tell me that time?
Who threw the pie at Kevin Owens? No.
Who threw the pie at Kevin Owens? Who took out Hideo Itami before the big match? We're never going to know.
Oh, no, this is different. I think they can't put this type of stock into something where you have everyone around there. They're gonna give us an answer. And I agree with those who say it might have been Cassius Ohno. A lot of people say, oh, maybe it's Gargano, but Gargano, that flies in the face of what he's about. And he even said he deserved getting a black mask because he did cost him the title. People say it's Ciampa, but that's too obvious. It'd be too obvious to be Tommaso Ciampa. One thing NXT does not do, they wouldn't do that. I think about it could have been Cassius Ohno because he asked ties to both Gargano and Ciampa. When they asked him about it, he pretty much, he kind of gave an answer, I don't care. And if you think about how much he said he'd do anything to get back into the main event, why not take out one of the competitors in the match? Heck, you could have Cassius Ohno even get involved in the main event this Sunday because I don't see Gargano with Ciampa ending straight up because, I wouldn't do a 4 straight match at the next takeover. I wouldn't just have it in right here. That's why as much I would like to see Gargano get the title, it's not time yet. You can't get the title of Ciampa yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Cassius Ohno to be the one who attacked Aleister Black.
Yeah, he needs something to do. Yeah, that's not too bad.
And for me to go down the card with my predictions for the NXT show, the card I'm looking at right now. NXT Championship, last man standing, Ciampa versus Gargano. I'm going Tommaso Ciampa. NXT Women's Championship match, Baszler versus Sane. I'm going Shayna Baszler. NXT Tag Titles, Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain. Undisputed Era. NXT North American Championship, Adam Cole versus Ricochet. I'm going Adam Cole. EC3 versus Velveteen Dream. I'm going EC3 to win there. Though I have also seen rumors, and I know I posted that with our chat, or somebody did, of Velveteen Dream. Oh, no, Kyron did. Velveteen Dream to be called up to the main roster after SummerSlam weekend. And it would be interesting if that was the case. So what do you guys think of that? If that does happen? We'll start with Clackman.
Repeat what you said? Sorry.
Velveteen Dream to be called up to the main roster after SummerSlam.
He's good, but WWE pushing an androgynous character well for a long time. Even if he did, it's not going to be good. I mean, no. They did nothing with Apollo Crews. They did nothing with No Way Jose. No, sorry. I don't see anything happening with this guy. If he does get called up, congratulations. You're going to be on main event in a couple of weeks anyway. But NXT needs him more than WWE needs him. So I'll just say that. That's all I got to say.
All right, Kyron?
You know how I feel about it. I don't want it to happen. I mean, I know eventually everyone has to go up to the main roster eventually. But
yeah,
I dread it when people go to the main roster, especially someone like Velveteen Dream. That I don't think his gimmick is gonna get over right because I don't think Vince is gonna push him right. I mean, you look at this. You look at almost everyone they call up from NXT, and you have more duds than successes. And what I want to see Velveteen Dream get called up for, because I don't think he's reached his potential in NXT yet. So what, he can go and be in stupid B-Team barbecue segments too? So he can be in Titus Catering too? I'll pass on that. So he can be on main event too? No, thank you. I'd rather Velveteen stay down, especially because he's still young. Like, he's not even 20. He's not even 25 yet. Not even 24 yet, if I'm not mistaken. He has plenty of time to develop more NXT first. So, no, don't let him go up. Don't bring him up just because you want him away from NXT. Because Vince, if you don't, I stand by this. If you have no plans for someone, don't bring them up to the main roster. If you don't have, they brought up AOP and had no plan for him. They brought up Sanity and had no plans for him. I can keep going on, but I don't. The rap sheet's long enough. But I don't want it to happen.
And the one superstar that I'm kind of hoping they can resurrect his career, and that being Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode, who's on the main roster. I hope figure out better things for him, but right now that certainly isn't the case. We're using the card for the Raw brand, but hopefully maybe sometime in the future, maybe after SummerSlam, the second half of the season, as I call it, maybe some WWE will actually have something of substance for Bobby Roode on the long road to WrestleMania. But we'll certainly see what happens moving forward. I guess that's done with predictions for SummerSlam and NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4. One news item I did want to speak about, or at least get your guys' opinions on, and that's the Dave Meltzer situation. Dave Meltzer speaking about Peyton Royce. I don't need to explain too much more because I'm sure everybody that's watching and those here with me tonight know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's just get your guys' opinion on it. Start with Kyron.
I think it was kind of blown out of proportions in a way. I mean, I don't, if from what I'm hearing from a lot of people, all Meltzer really said was, Peyton was prettier before she got her breast surgery.
Exactly.
And I don't see what he said was that wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, Peyton Royce is fine. And I'm not taking away, she is fine. She's very beautiful. So I mean, I don't know why she didn't get upset at what Meltzer said. And it was probably dumb of him to say it, but he didn't say anything wrong. If all he said was you were pretty before you got your breasts done, that's not an insult, man. Way is a compliment. But I'm not trying to say anything because I'm not trying to come off as a misogynist or anything like that. But my problem is this, and I tweeted, I retweeted a lot of stuff about it. It's funny how a lot of wrestlers jumped on Dave Meltzer for this. Not saying they were wrong for doing so, but you've had a lot of moments in wrestling. Heck, I mean, whether you like it or not, Hogan being brought back. No one really, called out WB for, this man was a racist, but yeah, I mean, granted, they might risk their jobs. But still, you have a lot of things WWE's done throughout the years. And yeah, fans now choose to get mad at Meltzer for this. I mean, are we forgetting it's the same company that was this close to naming a battle royal after a woman who was, a rapist, and a criminal in Moolah before, the advertisers backed out of it. And I didn't hear superstars calling that out. So, why? I get it. You always want to protect your own, but you look at everything that been, has done throughout the years, and now they attack Meltzer for that. I know. I'm not saying Meltzer was right, but I think it was just blown out of proportions.
Yeah, I agree. Blown way out of proportion. I mean, Meltzer should have said, I'm not a fan of enhancements. And that could have been everything right there. Okay. You don't like, little boob implants? That's all cool. That's probably what he meant to say, but he couldn't say because he can't mention, implants or surgery or anything like that. So I think that's what he meant to say, not lighter or thinner or smaller, but he doesn't like implants. If he would have said that one, and for some reason he didn't apologize and mention that in his tweet replies, he just said he's sorry for what he said. Some empty blank statements. Mm-hmm. Just say that you don't like enhancements on females and move it on from there. Not necessarily that you like thin, stick women. That's what you meant to say. Say that. Be honest about it. Damn.
Yeah, I agree there 100%. I actually was trying to look for the audio to share so people know, or people that either haven't heard it or know exactly what was said, what he did say. But I do agree with you guys. It's kind of blown out of proportion of what he said, because when I first heard the news and saw it trending and Peyton's reply and everything, that I thought it was digging into her or calling her fat or body shaming truly. And then I heard the 20-second, 30-second clip. Again, I'm actually still searching it here, but the clip wasn't as bad as people are making out to be. Now, was it misguided and wrong in a little bit of way? I would say so, but not to the point that he's been attacked. Again, that's just my stance on it. Not agreeing with everything he said, but for him to get this much flack, and there also was a co-host there too. He wasn't the only one that was in this communication and
Brian Alvarez.
Yeah, and it seemed like he was agreeing, though he didn't say the words like Meltzer did. So where's his vitriol from WWE superstars and fans of Peyton Royce?
Here's the thing: if anyone really believes Peyton Royce is fat, then you're an idiot. If anything, she's slimmer than Billie Kay. But if you really believe Peyton Royce is fat, then there's something wrong with you. But I think Peyton Royce is beautiful, and I think that Dave Meltzer, even though he was an idiot for what he said, I don't think he meant any harm.
I wonder why Brian Alvarez didn't press him on that particular statement. When you mean lighter, what do you mean? Get more out of him for that statement. Are you saying all girls should look like Sasha Banks? Is that what you're saying? All girls should be that size? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying a lighter shade of skin? Is that what you mean, Meltzer? What do you mean by lighter? But he didn't press the matter, so we get all this ambiguous stuff there. Oh, you mean I'm fat? Oh, you mean come on, man. Get more out of him before that kind of stuff, man. Come on, I mean, Dave Meltzer's been around for a while. Come on. I don't think he would do anything like that one to say something like that one. This is not one of those things where it's like, pissing in someone's shoe like Randy Orton would or whatever. He made his comment about like what kind of female he likes, and he likes the lighter ones, the thinner ones, or I don't know what he really meant by that one because it was too ambiguous of a statement. So we can't jump on his back because it was too ambiguous. Like, unlike the James Gunn situation where he was clearly talking about young boys and little boys a little bit too much for anybody's liking, this is
Right.
one time. He doesn't do this often. He did apologize for it. So I think it's one of the things we should just move on from there. And like the Randy Orton handshake thing from the writers thing, it was one time. I guess one person said that. All of a sudden, it's coming out to light there. 16 billion years later. Look, come on, let's get over it. It's not really that bad. If Randy Orton did do what he did back then about holding his junk and shaking hands or whatever, it was back then. He obviously hasn't done it since then because nothing has happened since then. So it should move on from there. Come on, James Gunn in a way should be, from the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing, he should be fine because he did that kind of nasty stuff back then. But since that time, he showed that he's not necessarily that way all the time. Maybe back then, but not now. So this should be compromised with that thing. So overall, I think that James Gunn should be Dave Meltzer. He should be acquitted of saying anything. It's not that big of a deal compared to other nasty stuff that's been out there.
Exactly. I mean, I even sometimes even on this show in the past have talked about what I'm interested in or other, what our tastes are. Like for me, it's usually blondes and skinnier. That's why Carmella.
Oh, so you like Carmella, huh? Okay, I see you.
That's why he's a huge fan of her and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
well, part of it, yes, that is true. Anyways, I did finally find
she's like petite thick. But Carmella, she let me put it this way: she can be in any DC female animated superhero lead movie, if you know what I mean. Jesus. I like Ruby Rose as an actress, but she should not be Batgirl. Come on, no way. It's not because of the ink either. She's too damn skinny to be Batgirl. But let's get some thickness up in here. Come on, Warner Brothers. You already dropped the boat with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Come on,
she was good though.
Right, she was good.
Acting wise, sure, she was cool there, but like the way the Wonder Woman looks. Normally, in the animated version, she's always like thick. She always like has like nice, like again, nice like hourglass figure. Gal Gadot does not. True or false?
Yeah, but Gal Gadot is still pretty in her own right.
I didn't say she wasn't pretty. I just said she wasn't like hourglass figure. That's it. There's a lot of pretty girls out there in Hollywood. We all know that. But like they got to choose like a rail thin, skinny one to be Wonder Woman, the symbol of hope for all females and girls out there. Good luck with that one. I want to be like Wonder Woman. Okay, eat this salad.
Anyways, I did actually find the audio, so I'll play this just so everybody do hear it. For those that haven't, or just to hear it again if you already have.
The Iconics got boringed out. They're another one. I thought like that they had like a cool act in NXT, and on the main roster, I don't get a thing out of them. I mean, I don't think their promos are particularly good. Their wrestling isn't good. I think Peyton Royce's transformation to look more attractive. I don't know. I don't want to say, but I don't think that
he's more attractive in NXT.
I thought so. Yes, to me, yes, I would say so. But that's neither here nor there. But
no one's saying she's unattractive, by the way, everybody.
I know, no shit. Yeah, I didn't say it at all. But I don't think she doesn't stand out to me. When she was in NXT, she did.
Well, one thing I've noticed about NXT, the main roster, is
she was a lot lighter.
The NXT character.
That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, because Brian was trying to continue the talk, and then he just.
Yeah,
Brian wanted to move on, but then Dave had to spit that out.
If Dave hadn't said she looked lighter, then this would not have been that bad. But I'm failing to see what Dave said that was really wrong. I mean, I don't see, everyone's calling him, sexist. I'm like, a misogynist. Like, really? I'm not saying, anything, particularly that bad about what Dave said. I'm thinking This man said, mind you, this is the first time I actually heard it. I'm just this is the first time I've heard it. He didn't say anything that wrong about it.
I mean, like a man can have a preference. I mean, come on, let's be real here. A man can have a preference.
Women have preferences too.
I mean, everyone has preferences. I'm not going to get into preference right now because I don't want to. But I'm not saying what Dave said it was wrong. Personally, me, I mean, I think Peyton Royce is beautiful. I think she's one of the prettiest females in WWE. But I mean, to each their own. I mean, I don't think Dave said anything that bad. That's me. And I'm probably going to get hated for saying what I just said.
I mean, like, there could have been a lot worse things that he could have said about, Peyton Royce in general. But I do agree that they had been kind of stale on the main roster with their promos and their wrestling skills. And they were more intriguing in NXT for one main reason. And it was because they weren't on TV all the time and they were doing different things with their characters in NXT.
That's everyone, though.
Yeah. So exactly. But the thing is, when they're on the main roster, they are literally doing the exact same thing when they're on TV. They're coming down the ring together, they're making fun of someone, and then either like jobbing out in the match to like someone who's being more pushed, and then that's it. They're not doing anything different. They're not like cheating to win. They're not like, doing promos like in the back or whatever. They're not interfering in things going to happen. They're the same old stagnant act there week after week. That's the reason why people don't like the Iconics now, because they're not trying with them. It's quite same thing with Sanity. They're doing nothing with them. They're not doing anything remotely the same as in NXT. They don't really care. There's another generic tag team like AOP, another generic tag team.
I've been saying the same thing about NXT Call of Feet for the last couple of months. Here's the thing. I mean, I don't know like the Iconics the best in the ring. I mean, I'm not gonna say we're terrible either. Peyton on her own was not that bad. I mean, go back and watch the Fatal 4-Way match at TakeOver War Games. And while I think she was the least
that was a
good
cool match. Yeah.
She held her own perfectly against Nikki Cross, Ember Moon, and Kairi Sane. So Peyton has proven she can hold her own. And she got a good reaction in that match because they did her right. But like you said, you go on the main roster. This is the problem. Like a lot of people on the main roster, NXT hides your weaknesses and focus on your strengths. The main roster doesn't do that. I mean, you have people like Shinsuke Nakamura. You can't give him a live microphone in the middle of the ring for a long time. That's not going to help anything. If you know someone's doesn't speak fluent English or isn't that good at mic, you have to limit their mic skills. I mean, their mic time, and focus more on like backstage, or you cut their promos shorter and emphasize on what you really want them to hit.
You know what TNA Impact? You know what Impact did with Pentagon Jr.? He speaks like no English. You know what they did with him?
What?
One time only, they had him speak on a live mic, and he was speaking like broken English. After that segment, he never did a live mic segment ever again. Every segment he did was a pre-package in the back there with subtitles.
And I even look at someone like Andrade Cien Almas. He doesn't speak fluent English, and that hurt him at first.
You got a translator with him. That's cool.
But when they put Zelina with him, and she speaks fluent English, so he doesn't have to talk. I mean, I thought the same thing about Rusev at first. When Lana did all the talking, I thought Rusev didn't speak fluent English. But looking in hindsight, Rusev can and Wade speak better on the mic, and Lana's better on the mic. But that's the thing. I think
Lana's accent is more of a discussion point than the Iconics.
And you know what I said? Lana's voice is sexier without the accent.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways,
I hear Total Divas and everything. I hear like, man, she can sound kind of good. Like the harsh, stuff there. I know why Rusev was crash Ron. I can definitely see that one. There's no doubt in my mind or my groin why he wants to get in that. So hey, she's sexy. Like, have her speak regular, normal. She doesn't sound like a ghoul or a demon. Like Vicky Guerrero did or whatever. She sounds hot. I mean, let her speak normal. Unless it's like a running gag with the company where she only says Rusev in kind of Russian. Come on. Let's be running gag with them.
I just wanted to share some more actual comments on the video here during the live chat earlier for a 5-minute promo. First saying, again, these are older, so not relevant to what we're talking about right now, but still, What a Shock, more Bliss and Carmella hate with no real relevance. Next one was it's not hate, it's the reality of wrestling 2018. Looking at the business through tunnel vision doesn't advance any division, male or female.
Well, I wish I saw this comment earlier, but would have shot more Bliss and Carmella hit with no real relevance. I'm sorry, but I gave you. I mean, I don't know how much you watch the show, but you would know I don't hate someone. I don't hate them. I just don't. I dislike them. There's a difference. I don't dislike anyone without a reason. That's number one. That's why I don't just blindly hate on one way like everyone else does. I need a reason. My reason for not liking Carmella and Bliss, because I feel like she's overpushed. I mean, she had 5 title reigns in under 2.5 years, and her last reign.
That's because she's so good, man. She's awesome. She beats everybody, man. Come on.
And I feel like if she wasn't as pretty as she would be. Carmella too. She's even worse in the ring. And I apologize that I look at I'm not gonna apologize because I prefer women who are better in ring than those who aren't. I'm not gonna apologize for that because this isn't the late 90s, the early 2000s anymore. This is a different decade, a different era. And if I want to see women who can go out there and give me a 4 to 5 star match over someone who can't, no, I'm not gonna apologize for that. It's not hate. It's the reality of the wrestling in 2018. Look at the business through tunnel vision. Doesn't advance any division, male or female. I would like you to be more specific what you mean by that, but I'm pretty sure that if you give the right women the right storylines and a right to a build up, that could advance the women's division even better than Carmella or Bliss can. No disrespect to those two intended, but when you got women who don't really want to bump like that, and I see women like Asuka being pretty much buried the way she was, and I don't use the term buried lightly because half the people don't know what it means. Or when I see, like I said before, Sasha, Bayley, Asuka, Ember, and Ruby are 5 of the most talented women on the main roster, and they're not even booked for the show. No, that's not something that's not me hating on those who are on it. That's just me looking at like, wow, like these 5 women are some of the best you have, and yet they're not even on the show. Like, come on. I mean, you look at Asuka and NXT, you look how she was, and now on the main roster, look how she is. Like, no, that's not a good thing in any means. And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to hold the business back. I'm trying to look forward.
They only have 7 hours, man. They don't have enough time. They only have 7 hours.
But they can have enough time for an Elias promo, which is going to get interrupted by Bobby Lashley again.
Elias gets ratings.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. I mean, why not here's what I would do. Put Corbin and Balor on the pre-show.
Definitely. The pre-show doesn't have to be that long. Put them on the pre-show. Give matches that need more time on the main show. I mean, like, okay, to be honest there, if Asuka was in, like, a Fatal 4-Way, that should have been a Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship of SmackDown. That should have been that one. That should have got a long match. But Ruby, on the main show, maybe not. Sasha is not on the main show, right? And Bayley's not on the main show either, right?
Ember too.
Not on the main show there. They could have did something with those. Put on. What about Sasha, Bayley, and Ember versus the Riot Squad on the main show or the pre-show? Maybe they should be on there.
Hey, I said they were going to do it. I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. But
and I still think they are going to have it, whether it's through Twitter interactions or whatever, and then it's announced on Twitter, on WWE Twitter.
It could be a last-minute Twitter thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Or during the pre-show interaction backstage, blah, 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 match is made. Kurt Angle makes the match. It's announced. You know how they announce that. Kurt Angle has made this match. It'll be on the show. Or they could even say, this Kurt Angle has made this match, and it's going to start off the show. Main card show, obviously. But start off the show. Like, I don't know. Like, however, like something like that, it'll be, I think, at least those 5 women at least, will be on the card for SummerSlam. Whether you actually make it 6 women and add, Ember Moon to the match and have it Ember Moon, Bayley and Banks connection versus the Riot Squad, or just Bayley and Banks versus the Riot Squad with Ruby Riott watching, there being with her team. So either way, 5 or 6 those can be sketched off that list of women or just superstars not on the card. Because right now, technically, for matches, Elias and Lashley and some others are not on the card that you'd think that would be, though we think that's where it's going to go with the Elias segment, but still, as of right now. So right now, I do predict we will have that match, and if we do have that match, Bayley and Banks, I predict, will get the W.
Yeah, me too. I mean, here's what I wouldn't mind seeing. Why not just, give us something we want to see? Why not do Sasha versus Bayley versus Ember versus Ruby in a Fatal 4-Way match? and the winner gets the number one contendership. I mean, that way you put them on the card, you give us a good match, and it has a purpose. I mean, I would love to see a fatal four-way between those four. It'd be a great match, but that's beyond. But they're not gonna do that because that doesn't really have any build-up. But then do it for Hell in a Cell and have the winner face Ronda at Evolution. That's pretty good.
A 5-minute promo responding here to Kyron or just to us. You mentioned 5 talents that don't need a title. When you have 20 in the locker room, you have to build the 15 others.
Well, if you want to build your 15 others, then how come you keep putting the title on Alexa Bliss for five times through 2.5 years, and you have Carmella hold the title for the last few months, and you ruin Asuka in the process? And yeah, those 5 talents don't necessarily need a title, but that still is no excuse for them not being on the card. And it's not just those. It's a lot of people I have a problem with how that book. But this topic is about the women right now. I have ranted about Finn Balor, Bobby Roode. I mean, Bobby Roode's been on the main roster for a full year about now, and they've done this to him. No, I'm not happy about that either. But right now, we're talking about the women.
And for me, though, I kind of agree, at least especially with the SmackDown Live roster and with Carmella being the champion. And I do still think Carmella will retain and continue to be champion to Evolution because they're trying to build Carmella, trying to make her be a main eventer, be part of the conversation. Like me and Kyron had that heated back and forth on Twitter with our thoughts on Alexa Bliss and that stuff. But with Carmella, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're having her be part of the conversation, like Alexa Bliss is, of the best, the best heel in the women's division, one of the best in the women's division. Period. Carmella just trying to, or WWE trying to get Carmella in that conversation, get this title reign to be meaningful and long lasting. For her, the wins, even though yes, in the way some dislike or disagree with, but to me, I think it's all working in the way that it should. And what her gimmick is as a heel. I think she's done well as a heel. I do think Alexa Bliss has been better, done it better, but Carmella definitely, I think, has improved, and I certainly have enjoyed her title reign, just as I said I enjoyed Jinder Mahal's title reign as WWE champion, right? So that's where I thought with Jinder Mahal, and here's what I think with Carmella with the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. There, I was just looking and seeing if he.
Yeah. They're both like all of them are annoying heel champions that are essentially braggadocious about their wins and everything like that. So they're all one and the same. It seems like they're all written by the same person. They all seem like they're written by the same person. I'm better than you. Look at me hold the belt up in the air. I cheat to win. Same heel all the time. Even Miz is the same way. So I can't get excited about a heel champion that's the exact same way as every other heel champion. Sorry, dude.
No, I understand like that. I mean, I'm just on the other side of that conversation where I think with Bliss and Carmella, more so with Carmella needing to have the tomorrow. I mean, Alexa Bliss being a 5-time champion, she's already up there with the Banks and Charlotte and otherwise in the women's division to me. So Carmella's the one that needs to continue to be the champion more than Alexa Bliss. Like if Alexa Bliss loses to Ronda Rousey this Sunday, whether a squash match or 10-minute match, either way, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's already.
If Alexa loses, she's going to say she slipped in a banana peel. She didn't feel good that day. It was a fluke, the usual nonsense. Come on.
Here's one that I do know is going to happen. I mean, Ronda's going to lock in the armbar. And you know Alexa's going to do her little double jointed thing.
I remember that not like her was bent back here. I was like, damn.
It was bent up. Like first time I saw that, I'll be honest. I thought she really messed her arm up, but then I thought they wouldn't focus on it that much if it wasn't real.
Yeah. But yeah, certainly going to be interesting. However, that goes on. I know the biggest thing that everybody's looking forward to, or at least looking forward to, just to seeing the reaction to it, is the main event with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. But here's talking with the women. Like I thought with Summer Rae. I mean, it's not just because I'm attracted to her because of my types, sort of thing with the blonde skinny stuff, but. I thought Summer Rae deserved more.
Hold on.
Give her a shot.
I'm thinking about something. What's the last female heel champion they pushed for an extended period of time who wasn't arrogant, who didn't have that arrogant swag about them? Name one. last heel female champion they pushed without an arrogant attitude?
I don't know. I can't do
Anyone.
it.
Shayna Baszler's not.
Shayna?
Sasha wasn't.
No.
Charlotte wasn't.
Not at all.
Nah. It's always going to be the exact same thing.
I'm trying to go back to the Divas Championship, and I can't think.
Yeah, who didn't have an ego about the like who didn't put their belt up in the air and say I'm better than blank.
Right, we know Nikki Bella did that. Dang right. But I don't know.
It's.
I'm literally trying to think. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Sheesh. It's like they're written by one person. It's like the rule in the writing. You must write them that way. And if it's a female champion, it's like they're stupid. They start looking like wrong ways. Oh my God! Yeah, it's the same thing. You can't. I bet you can't.
I mean, I don't mind, a heel being booked like that, but you have to give them their own identity to make it work. That's where I feel like, women like Sasha and NXT, heck, Charlotte, even to a lesser extent, Nikki Bella, even Alexa to a point. I'll give it that to her. You have to have your own identity to make it work. And that's why I don't mind it. Because let's be honest, every heel's kind of like that. But you have to make your own identity. This is why people like Miz and Tommaso Ciampa are my two favorite heels in WWE. They get booed for the right reasons. And while they're both arrogant, they're both different. Tommaso Ciampa's a complete psycho, and he doesn't care for anything but himself. I mean, you even see his tweet the day he finally had his first bit of merchandise put up, and even then he still it was still perfectly a heel tweet saying buy it, don't buy, I really don't care. And with Miz, I don't think I need to talk about how good of a heel Miz is, and I mean on the mic especially. There's few that can hang with Miz on the mic. The only people who I think in WWE right now can hang with Miz on the mic are Cena, Heyman, and Joe probably, but a lot of people can't really hang with Miz on the mic. And that's what makes heels good is when you the better the heel or the better the villain, the better the hero or babyface. And that's for everything. I mean, and that's for whether it's comic books or movie. I mean, how good a hero would Batman been if it wasn't for Joker? That's why I like heels that are evil and just terrible people, because that makes you root for the babyface even more. I mean, I wasn't even watching NXT in 2015, but all I had to do was see the promo package and see how Sasha acted towards Bayley, and I instantly wanted to root for Bayley. That's how it's done.
The way heel champions are done in other organizations is far more intriguing than WWE ever can hope to be, because they're more evil. They can do more things with fans. They can do more things with the authority figures. There's a champion. There was a champion in another organization in which he didn't care about the title, and he wore it to the ring and dropped it on the stage area and didn't even bother to pick it up or anything. He didn't really care about the championship. He lost it. He didn't care. Another tag champion over there. They demanded that the faces put up the championships. They bullied the owner to force them to put the championships on the line. They won the championships in that match there. They took the titles and put the titles in front of the owner of the company and walked away. I mean, they didn't care.
I mean, even though she's an arrogant heel, look at Shayna, for crying out loud. I mean, WWE posted something on their YouTube channel yesterday where she was training and someone was asking her questions. Just watch that interview. Just like she was hitting a punching bag and she was getting interviewed. Just listen to how she answered the questions. Even though Shayna's still green in the ring, I'm not saying like she isn't. Her aura, of a heel champion, I really enjoy.
And a 5-minute promo replying again, saying Ivory, I guess, answering the question. I had there, so that's his answer. Ivory being the last women's champion or heel champion, I guess, to him. That wasn't available. So,
well, I was a baby during that time, so I don't remember that.
But anyways, that I guess I should do it unless there's anything else that needs to be spoke upon. Nice not. But I'll let you guys promote yourself. If there's any last things you want to talk about or bring up, you're welcome to. Let people know where they can find you on social media and here on YouTube. Start with our guest of the evening, Blackman.
Yeah, social media, YouTube, Clackman, 2 words. It's It's like I just watch everything out there to see what's really good there. Recently at Evolve, they had I think it was a Evolve 110. They had Shane Strickland versus Matt Riddle. That was one of the best, most intense matches because it was personal between those two. They got families involved in that match. Ladders, chairs, whatever. It was complete destruction and chaos. That's how I like it. Impact Wrestling's been doing good stuff every week there, all around. And the smoke show, the female Scarlett Bordeaux smoke show, she doesn't go around saying that she's like the best ever. She says she's the hottest ever, but she's not saying that she's the best person in the division. She wants protection from management, from all the other girls, even though no one's in her face about things there. She coerces men to do her bidding. She's a very unique female, and I want to see what she goes through in that company, what the long-term plan is. They treat females in Impact Wrestling very differently than any other company out there.
Impact been treating females right for years, though. I mean, even I was watching Impact. The rivalry between Gail Kim and Awesome Kong is still it's probably my favorite TNA rivalry of all time.
It had nothing to do with like arrogance or like I'm better than you. It was like a straight blood feud between two people who believed that they like were the top in their division and they won the clash and see who was the best. And Maria and Impact Wrestling at a time, she had an entourage around her, and she was basically the boss in the company for a while. I thought that was really intriguing. You got a goth girl over there. You got like an undead bride over there. It's freaking crazy over there. And meanwhile in WWE, I'm champion. I beat that person. Cheer me, boo me, yay! Every single week there. Come on, man. So that's why I don't really treat WWE seriously. It's like a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke in there.
Yep.
All right, Kyron.
Follow me on Twitter, SplashBro Kyron, Instagram, SplashBro_Kyron, Tumblr, and DeviantArt, Kyron Chase, YouTube, Kyron Chase. I do videos on wrestling, Sonic the Hedgehog, My Little Pony Adventures Magic. I do reactions from time to time.
Barely hear you.
Well, everyone, everyone knows how it is.
Okay, good.
I mean, because I'm always on the show, but. I do reactions from time to time, and if I'm not on next week, this might be my last show for a while because I'm leaving. But hopefully I can be on next week for my last show for a while.
All right, yeah, hopefully the review of SummerSlam next week. Everybody welcome to follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle at @TheRamble_WWE, or my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06. Subscribe to this channel, ring the bell, so you know when I go live with my next video. On Sunday night, I will be doing my review of the show. It's a short version with Monkey's Corner. Monkey's Corner, and anybody else who wants to join in, who wants to talk about SummerSlam, vent out your frustrations, whatever, you are also more than welcome to join. But for right now, it's just me and Mounty planned for that quick review. After the pay-per-view does, and a couple minutes after it ends, I'll be going live. During the show, I'll be part of a live stream over at Narcolepsy Boy 94. I'll be over there with Kyron and Mark Rambo and myself, of course, there. So definitely check that out, Narcolepsy Boy 94 on YouTube. Also, I have my secondary channel, Animated Awesomeness. Welcome to go over there on Twitter at Animated Awesomeness, where I talk Star Wars, the Force of Evil, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic over there. So I have Animated Awesomeness, and I have here Sports Talk Network. I thank everybody that watched live. If you watch archive, otherwise, subscribe to both of these guys. Follow them on social media as well. And above all else, as always, take care.
Peace out.
Quack off.